there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking TGIF because we have a messy clip to talk about where comedian Lunell is the guest, and she is alleging that Star Jones knew about Reynolds' sexuality. So let's take a listen and let's react, because only Lunell can do this, and it is hilarious. Fair use. So we are gonna listen to this and react.
Standing my truth, I just feel like there's so many moving factors around this.
Right, because listen, have your opinion, I have mine.
Standing my truth, I just feel like there's so many moving factors around this.
Right, because listen, have your opinion, I have mine. No, but look, Al was married to Star.
That's true, but never told.
Talking about how gay he is on this show. Did you come out and expose yourself to Star when you first got married?
Oh my goodness! I have never been not truthful with anybody that I've been. I've talked about this on this platform before. I have always been very honest with all of my partners about my sexuality. When I all of them, at the time that I date them, I've been very honest and open about my sexuality.
Okay.
All right, we're going to end on that note. We're going to go to break. Coming up next, it's time for what we cop and what we let flop. Wow. And later on,
hit my joint because my nerves.
We'll find out what we do in crazy situations, but we just had one. We'll be right back.
I'm undone. And then Claudia Jordan doesn't make it any better, because you can tell she's just trying to wrap up the segment, you guys. But Lunell does not care. She does not have any filter. Claudia Jordan did not want any smoke for this segment. But here is the thing. Al Reynolds previously, though, when this platform first started, he kept referring to himself as bisexual, though. He wasn't flat out saying that he was a gay man, you guys. It is interesting. I was under the impression that Star Jones at least knew at the minimum he was bisexual, right? I don't know if I believe that she knew, in fact, he was gay, because that doesn't make any sense for her to go all the way through with this, to do this particular marriage knowing that. Like, it doesn't, I don't feel like that makes any sense, right? But nonetheless, I don't feel that he, even in this clip, I don't feel like he definitively said, yes, she knew about his sexuality. He basically tried to clarify and say, oh, all of my partners knew what the deal was, right? But I feel like Star Jones didn't fully know, and thought she was with a man that was sexually attracted to her and interested in her, right? But nonetheless, we will see. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, how could Star not know? He's this, he's that. Can't you tell? Blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing, you guys. Not everybody can tell. That is the assumption that people have, right? And you never know, when people are involved in some of these relationships, situationships, whatever, you never know what's going on psychologically with them, right? And so you have to go into the mind of somebody who, again, we didn't know much about Star's personal life ever, right? And you have to also think about the different jokes and different things that she was experiencing in regards to her appearance and her looks and all of these things at the time. A lot of you guys don't remember, right? So again, to have somebody like Al Reynolds, regardless of his sexuality, give her any type of attention, give her any type of play, and they get married, again, there's things that she probably didn't know or didn't expect to happen, right? Or maybe she perhaps overlooked, right? Or maybe there were some things that she had questions about, but she thought, hey, he's into me, he wants to marry me, so all of this is going to be Gucci, right? But again, I don't know if I fully believe that Star Jones knew the extent of Al Reynolds' sexuality. I don't believe that for a second. Because had she did, I don't believe she would have married him. I truly don't, you guys. Like that's just me. That's just my opinion. But nonetheless, we'll see. But like I said, again, even with the response, it still didn't give like, hey, she flat out knew. And again, on this particular platform, there's been plenty of occasions that Al Reynolds referred to himself as a bisexual man. So he's not even coming out and basically fully saying that he's a gay man. He's purposefully saying, hey, this is a bisexual man. He makes it a point to say that on this show, you guys. So I'm just trying to find out how we went from that to Lunell saying flat out this man's gay. There's no bisexual, there's no pansexual, or any of these things that people are trying to say that he is. But nonetheless, this is crazy, and the reaction is hilarious. But the thing is, like I said, you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, Star Jones was in love with this man. Like, severely in love with this man, to the point that, like, I don't know if she knows or knew at the time, right? What all that entailed, right? But she was definitely loved that man. And I think a lot of you guys, you either don't remember or you might have forgotten. But I didn't. I remember how crazy she was about him, right? How crazy she was about Star Jones. Right? But ultimately, I don't know what this has to do with anything at this point, though, because Star Jones is married to somebody else, is living her own little happily ever after at this point. But nonetheless, this is just crazy, man. This is just crazy. But the one thing I have noticed is that, ever since the departure of Funky Dineva, a lot more people are vocal about their dislike of Al Reynolds, and it's so hilarious to me. Like, I didn't realize how many people didn't see it for Al Reynolds until Funky Dineva was no longer a part of the show, and it is hilarious. I think the issue people have with Al Reynolds is that, one, they have an issue with some of his takes, because some of his takes will kind of dictate depending on what celebrity relationships and friendships he has versus what is actually right or wrong. And then there's just some takes where you're just flat out just uplifting the black man out of nowhere, even if he's flat out wrong. Like, I still have an issue with a podcast that he did with a few other attorneys defending, because you guys know I talk a lot of love and marriage Huntsville on this platform, was defending the custody battle that Mel and Martell were dealing with, and basically said, hey, we're not here to bash black men, and we're here to uplift black men. And I'm like, so we're here to uplift black men even if they're in the wrong, even if they're allegedly ABUSE-ing their, ex-wife and children, and they're being reported by the school, by the teachers, by the kids themselves, of their own personal accounts of what they feel their dad is, and their dad is banned from the school. Like we're just gonna, ignore all of these things because you think that we have to uplift black men, and you think it's for a storyline for the show, a show that you don't watch, a show that the kids aren't even allowed to film on anymore, a show in which Martell himself is convicted of revenge beat and DV harassment, so he can't even film scenes with his ex-wife. So you think this is all fake news? So that right then and there was when I was checked out of the Al Reynolds sweepstakes. But he had also made some questionable comments in the past on TGIF that I felt was very side-eye worthy, because like I said, it shouldn't depend on, if this person's black, we just gotta defend them no matter what, no matter if there is overwhelming evidence that says otherwise to indicate that this is a problem, right? So nonetheless, that was that. Let me know what you guys think about this clip. What did you think of what Lunell said? Do you guys believe in the comment that Star Jones knew exactly who she was marrying, that she knew about Al Reynolds' sexuality? Again, those of you who don't remember, or those of you who have forgotten about this, or those of you who don't know at all, Star was very much all about Al Reynolds. She was crazy in love with this man, and I don't think she knew the extent of his sexuality, right? Hence why eventually they got a divorce, right? I think she found out by the end, but I don't think she knew initially when they got together, when they got married. But it's nice to say it now and clean it up now, because you know that Star is not going to say anything. You know Star Jones is not going to come out and say anything, right? Because she's you know, in a completely different space right now. Like I said, she's remarried to somebody else. So therefore, why would she come out and speak on her ex-husband that is on a gossip reality show and, you know, but continues to, you know, insert her name? And we didn't ask for it, right? You could have said no comment when Lunell threw out that bait, right? Threw out that bait to set you in to fall for the trap, and you fell right into it, but still didn't give the answer that really says definitively that Star Jones knew. So for that reason, I'm going to say she did, right? Until the end. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.